Hey everybody, my name is Matthew Welch, and I'm a web developer and a recent graduate from the Flatiron School. I'm here to showcase my final project, which is essentially a small social media platform that I made that would help musicians find compatible collaborators, essentially. So I made this using a Ruby on Rails backend with a React with Redux based front end. I also use the Material UI to generate a lot of the components here that you see, the visual ones. So initially, we can create a profile here with your general sort of profile information, name, password, age, gender, all those kinds of different things, as well as embed links for different SoundCloud links, essentially, so you can put your own SoundCloud songs on here and have them hosted. You can then select which instruments you play, as well as which instruments you would like to see in collaborators, and you can select from artists and genres as well. Now, let's just log in as an existing user that I've made. I'm a bit of a Radiohead fan, so I did Tom York as one potential user. So once we are logged in, you can see this little welcome page here. We can now view the users of the site. Now I use the Faker gem to generate these names, so you can see they're a little silly at points, but they definitely convey, what kinds of information you would see with a genuine user base here. So if we were to look at, let's see, Irma Sipes here, we could click that and see the instruments that this individual plays, that they're looking for, the genres that they like, as well as the artists that they listen to. At the bottom here, you can see a SoundCloud link, which would give other users an idea of what sort of style and sound you are going for. The crux of the app is this Find Musician feature, which essentially will generate a compatibility rating between the current user and what collaborators are looking for. So if you were to see here, you can prioritize on a scale of 1 to 3 how much you want a potential collaborator to listen to artists that you like, to listen to genres that you like, or to play an instrument that you have listed as one you're seeking out. So if we were to fill these out and then hit submit, we would basically get a list of the top 5 most compatible users based on your criteria. And you can see that if I were to switch these up, the list would automatically update with the new most compatible users. The way essentially that I made this is I wrote a basic algorithm to calculate all of the shared instruments between the user and all of the other users in the user list. It also gives a tally for instruments that they play that you're looking for, as well as genres that you might have in common. Based on your input for these fields, it'll multiply those tallies by different values and essentially weight the results for each user. And then I simply take the 5 highest tallying users and sort them and display them on this page. So it's relatively simple, but it's a great way to sort of dynamically assess your compatibility with other users. On top of those features, I also have a messages page, which allows us to send messages between users, and is basically just a way that you can reach out to them and communicate. After all, what's the point in finding a potential collaborator if you can't reach out to them? So that's it, essentially. I definitely plan on adding features in the future, but this was a great experience for me in terms of learning more in-depth relations between Ruby on Rails. I ended up having over 10 models for this project, and it gave me experience with serializers and organizing all my data on the back end so that when it reaches that React with Redux front end, you have to parse as little information as possible, and you can be targeted and efficient in the code that you write. Anyway, that's about it. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.